Hi everybody, it's Kristin. So I decided to go ahead and do the video showing the 6 different colors of the Bare Minerals High Shine eyeshadows that I have because so many of you requested that on the video that I asked about it. So thank you for requesting that. I will go ahead, obviously, and do that. The color that I started with today is the color in Patina. And this actually is not available on Sephora's website anymore. I'm not sure if it's available in the boutiques or if you can find it someplace else online. But because I had it, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. It might give you an idea of how you could wear an olive green kind of color anyway. So these, you'll see this every day probably. They pop open and they have a sponge tip applicator like that. Patina is not like Patina from MAC, which is more kind of a bronzy color. This, I got a double swatch there, but is like a very pretty olive green. You can see that they have a nice sheen to them. So what I paired that today with on the inner third of my eye is All That Glitters by MAC. Think about that for a minute. And then I didn't do any other color on the outer corner. I just kind of let that patina speak for itself, so to speak. And then I used my Sonia Kashuk palette, and this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to try to use anyway all week long, so that I'm only pairing those with one other thing. Because so many of these colors are dupable, and it'll just be easy for me to grab that one thing. So all I did was take this color right here into the crease, and then I used this as a highlight. I'm really enjoying that palette. Okay, so let me go ahead and zoom you in. Okay, so this is the look, zoomed in a little bit. Really nothing spectacular. I'm not trying to do any kind of like crazy over the top looks. I just want you to really be able to see what the color looks like, which is the whole point of this. Okay, so on the rest of my face, I have Benefit's Coralista for blush, little Too Faced bronzer, nothing crazy there. And then I have the Dolce & Gabbana Monica lipstick in Natural Monica, which looks like that. And then I have the Avon Glazewear Sparkle in Apple Cinnamon. All right, we will see you tomorrow with the next look. The second one that I'm using is this one right here, and this is in the color Glisten. And that is what the swatch looks like. It's like an old gold kind of color. This one, for some reason, I find that it's not as pulled together texture-wise as the patina is. It's a little more crumb-like, if that makes sense. It's a little bit harder to apply, but that's what that looks like. And what I did with that one is I just put it all over my lid. Literally, all over my lid. Not very exciting, I know. But, you know, when I do these kind of videos, I want to give you an idea of what the shade looks like, and so I want to make sure I use enough of it that you can see what the shade looks like. So again, I'm using my Sonia Kashuk palette, and I just took that one into the crease, and then I use this one as a highlight, and that is it. That's all I have as shadow on my eye. And then I took my Urban Decay liner in Binge, which is really pretty navy blue. And then I smudged that out with my MAC shadow that I need to depot and Prussian. Could use any navy blue shadow. I don't know, I was feeling the navy blue today with the old gold for some reason. Okay, so here is the look with these. So hopefully you can get a really good idea of what that shadow looks like. I'll give you enough time to look. Okay, on the rest of my face today I did just very simple. I used my Guerlain bronzer in Nude 00 as a blush and bronzer. I just kind of, you know, went here-ish with it. I did put a little MAC Well Dressed on the apples just to pink that up a little bit. I used my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and a lot of you guys asked what color this is in. It doesn't have a color on it, but I used that as my highlight today. And then for my lipstick, I have my YSL in number 1, which looks like that. And that is it, so we will see you tomorrow for the next look. The next look I have for you is in the color Moonshine. So it looks like this. Hopefully that will show through a little bit. Here's the swatch, and this is a really pretty purple, mauve-y purple kind of color. I don't think that's what Moonshine looks like, but whatever. And today I decided to pair that with, I just use a little bit of, I used some MAC colors today because of the purple. So I used just a little bit of Digit in the inner corner. And then I used Shadowy Lady in the outside corner, just a little bit, not a ton. And then I used Shale, which is kind of my purple go-to blending color. I used that in the crease, and then Brulee up top. So I'll zoom you in. Okay, so this is the eye look. This is, I think this is my favorite. Maybe this one or the bronzed one that I haven't done yet. But on the rest of my face, I have Smashbox Blush Rush in Flush. Say that 3 times fast. I haven't used this in a long time. So I pulled that out. I have the Guerlain, which I know I said wrong again yesterday. The Guerlain bronzer in 00 Nude, just kind of as a bronzer. And then on my lips today, I have the, I haven't shown this in a haul yet, but I have the new lip butter in Sorbet as my lips. So we will see you tomorrow for the next look. Today I used the color in Bronzed, and so it looks like this in the container. And I wasn't prepared. I didn't swatch this before I came on camera. Looks like that on my hand. And I paired that with Arena from MAC, which looks like this. You guys can see that. And it's kind of a light peachy-ish color. So I just have that kind of on the inner third, and then I have that bronze on the outer third. And then the only other thing I did was put some soft brown in the crease and Brulee up top. And then for eyeliner today, I used the Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes in Sunstone Bronze. I'm chuckling because I can't tell you how much I've used this. If you know how tall this was, I'm going to have this used up before the summer's over. I like it though. I'm just saying. And it stays put. Okay, so let me zoom you in and then I'll come back and show you what's on the rest of my face. So this is the look. Very simple, very easy. Okay, so you will probably have already heard this in another video because I recorded another video today. But on my cheeks today, I have NARS Penny Lane, which is a cream blush. And I like to pair that, per Seth, in with Luster from NARS as well. So that's what I have on my cheeks today. And then on my lips today, I have the Laura Mercier lip tint in Shy Pink. And over top of that, I have the Revlon Colorburst in Rose Pearl. All right, we'll see you with the next look. So the next color I'm using is Electric, and that looks like this. It's a really pretty, I think on the website they call it like a deep teal. It's more electric, like a deepened electric blue to me than teal, in my opinion. Anyway, so this obviously is a color that I have no idea what came over me when I purchased this color. Probably one of those moments where I was like, I have to have them all. If I have 3 or 4 from a line, I feel like I need to have them all. It's the OCD. I'm not as much like that as I used to be, but anyway, I said I would do them all, and so I am. I used this, I kind of patted it on my lash line, you know, thick on my lash line, and I used a 239 to kind of shape it then. That's one of the nice things about these shadows. You can lay them down and then kind of, you know, move them around with another brush fairly well. I had, for some reason, a ton of fallout with this one. It was a little bit tricky. I have to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever used this one before today. So, you know. Anyway, so I kind of did a little bit of a wing shape with it. I then used Black Track from MAC over kind of, you know, to do an actual liner, not too much of a wing. And I set that a little bit with, or softened it, not set it, softened it a little bit with the black from the Sonia Kashuk palette, which is right here. And then just, you know, above that Electric and then into the crease, I used this gray. And then I used this middle color here as a highlight today. So I will zoom you in. So this is the look. I'm really afraid that you guys are going to be like, what is she doing? I tried. You know, you got to branch out sometimes. So I forgot to swatch this, so let me swatch it for you. So there is the color there. It is very pretty, very, very pretty. I think on medium to darker skin tones that would be just gorgeous. I have light skin tone, by the way. And then for blush today, I used Rosy Glow from Physicians Formula. And on my lips, I used the Bare Minerals Mauve Lip Liner. It's one of, it looks like this. It doesn't say anything more than that. And it's a twist up. And I paired that with Cream Cup from MAC, which is one of my favorite lipsticks to. I like to pair it with with the Rosy Glow, and I also like it when my eyes are kind of crazy, but not full on nude. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so I will see you tomorrow with the last look. Okay, don't be shocked. This is not my normal eye look. The last shade that I'm using for you today is the shade in Frost, and that is a silver shade. Definitely a high shine. When I put this on all over my lids today, which is what I like to try to do for you anyway, if I can with the look, it pulled a little bit blue for some reason right off the bat. So I knew that I wanted to warm it up kind of with a warm brown, just because I don't like such a stark, cool tone on me. So I again went to my Sonia Kashuk palette and I used this color right here. And I buffed that into the crease. Then I just took this black color, which is a very nice color and a very nice black for blending. You know how some mattes aren't so great? This is a very nice blending matte color. And I took that in the outer third and then just pulled into the crease a tiny bit. I used that same black as a liner on my, smudged into the lash line on the top, and I pulled it down under as well. And then I lined my waterline, and I apologize if throughout the video my eyes are a little bit red. It's allergy season in Wisconsin, as it is in most places. So I have my Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Eyeliner on my tight line as well as on my waterline. So I'll zoom you in. Okay, so this is my very non-Kristin look. And I really hope that it looks okay. This look I went then with Naked Rose is my blush from Illamasqua. And on my lips today, I just have some Blankety, which makes me think of Miss Hannah G. Okay, so let's just talk about, and this one actually was very, it kept together. It wasn't very crummy. So I think I kind of talked about that as I showed you each shadow, which ones I felt had a little more fallout than others. This one had very minimal fallout. You do have to be very careful, I think, to apply them with the sponge tip that they have here. And then what I like to do is then I move it around or whatever, even it out. This is the one I used yesterday with a 239 brush or some sort of a flat shader brush to kind of, smooth it over, buff the edges and that sort of thing. So that's how I like to apply those. These used to sell for $16 and there are 16 shades of them available on the Bare Minerals or Bare Essentials website. On Sephora, I think there were only 8 of them. This one is not available on Sephora and neither is Patina, but they are, and I think I mentioned that in my very first clip. They are available though, all of them on Bare Minerals website. So they used to sell for $16, now they sell for $12. I hope that they're not getting rid of them because I do think that they're a great product. They last all day long, they don't crease on me, and I use just a normal primer. This week I used either the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden or the new Guerlain Eye Base. New to me, not new to them. So I think that they're a great product. They're a lot of fun to play with. I actually enjoyed the blue yesterday. It was something a little bit different. But so if you guys have any other questions or something that you feel like I didn't cover, please go ahead and list it below for me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, there were a lot of requests for it, so I aim to please. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.